What's good with YouTube? It's your man, Cosplay Ray, and we're back for another episode of We Are Epic Cosplay. Today, we're going to be going over a slideshow of, you got it, my Cyborg build. It's all done from EVA floor mat foam, and it was one heck of a build. A lot of people like this build, like, I think, more than some of the other ones that I've done, but I like all my builds pretty much the same. So as you can see here, we're getting started with the helmet, and usually, like I say, I always start the helmet first. If it comes out the way I like it to, I usually finish the rest of the build. So here, basically getting all the shapes set up and putting in the detail work, having to cut away some of the material, adding some more here and there to give it an extra dimension. Right here, it's been plasti dipped and prime painted of went with metallic gunmetal. That's my paint of choice usually for these type of builds. And here I'm adding little accents for like the jewel that I put on there. That was just for a temporary. I ended up replacing that jewel with an actual light. Here is the belt buckle. Well, you can call it a belt buckle, or the start of the belt. It kind of looks like a Wonder Woman emblem if you ask me, but hey, who am I to judge? So right here is just continuing the belt build, which it was an interesting build. It was an interesting build. I gotta say that. Right here are the shoulder pads. I couldn't get the shoulder pads exactly the way I wanted them, so I kind of borrowed the design from the Arkham Knight Batman build because it seemed to work pretty well. In here I am setting up the light for the chest. It's actually a reflector that I got from Walmart, a car reflector, and I added a light behind it to give it that glow. Right here we are starting the gauntlets, which are the templates. They've been cut, they've been heated, they've been shaped. Here is the, I guess you could call it the muzzle of the arm cannon, which I actually wrapped a whole lot of L wire on the inside of it to give it that nice glow, and then ran all the wiring through the actual arm cannon to a handle that I actually have on the inside, which allows me to hold on to the cannon while I'm wearing it. Here I'm adding extra layers to give it that dimension, because you don't want a flat piece of foam, you want to add pieces to it, so it gives it that dimension, so people are really like, wow, let me look at this, let me look at that, wow, you put a lot of work into this. And the arm cannon, basically I was going to go with a different design. That's the design that I ended up pretty much deciding to go with. Here is one of the gauntlets, which I think came out the way I really wanted it to. I actually have one spot on the gauntlet so I could actually put my cell phone, because usually I always have to have a place to put my cell phone on all my costumes, so it seemed perfect to add a little bit of technology into the gauntlet. Here is the template actually for the start of the abdomen, which I started off with the chest plates and added the rubber like base mat for the abdomen, and then added another piece of foam on top of that for the actual abdomen section. Here we go, we're basically getting all the pieces on, so basically I could do a test fit and see how it fits, and it seemed to fit pretty well. So we're looking at the suit up portion. This is pretty much, I think, right before I started actually connecting all the shoulder pads, which are in this shot right here. And it looks pretty decent to me, so we're going to continue. Now, the arm cannon, I actually made it so it would be at double as like a booster, a rocket booster on the back. And I didn't want to just not have anything on the back, so here I am in the process of making actual boosters to go on the side. Now those boosters will stay there, but they are removable, so if I wanted to, I could take them off. So the project is coming along pretty well. The lights are working the way that I wanted them to. It actually has more like of an Iron Man feel, but it's all good though, right? So here I am working on the bicep armor and the tricep armor. So I added a fabric that had like a small hexagon print on the bicep and tricep armor. And I also decided to use my Batman neck armor to go with this build. Now here is the funny part. I actually had to make butt armor. Now that was the most, I would say, uncomfortable portion of doing this build, but it was necessary. And here is the back shot. Usually I don't get excited as much about the back of a costume, but this costume really got me all amped up. And here we're building the thigh armor and adding a lot of detail and extra pieces to give it, like I said before, that dimension. Now this is all based off of a statuette that I was able to find an image of online. So I was trying to get it as close to the design on the statue as I possibly could. So I had to put a lot of extra accents on there. Now this is a point of me making the knee pads and adding the knee pads onto the thigh armor. Now, I didn't know what to do for the shin guards, so I actually just pretty much decided to go with the Batman mech suit shin guards and just change the design up to resemble the Cyborg shin guards as much as possible. Now here we are. This is the most exciting. All the pieces are finished, and these last four shots are basically the arm cannon on the back. Now remember, if you like the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit that notification button. And as I end all my videos, remember, hashtag I cosplay my way, and you can too, and you should too. Peace.